Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see how to host our webhook into the cloud. So in the last video we implemented a webhook, right? So in this video we are going to see how to host the webhook into the cloud. So in the cloud I am choosing the Heroku. So Heroku is a free hosting provider for the testing purpose. So I just going to search Heroku. You can see Heroku, right? So I just hit enter. And after that you can able to see heroku.com, right? I just click this one. So here I am clicking the sign up. So I want to create an account. So I am entering my personal information here. So you can see in the first name, last name and email address we must have to provide this information. And after that I just click the role. So here I just click the hobbyist, right? So in the region is Sri Lanka, it's my country. So here I am going to click the nodejs, so which is the application which we developed before. So I just click and I just click the create free account. You can see there are one message, please check your email to confirm your account, right? So I just go into the mail and you can see this is a link I am getting. So I just click this one. So I am going to create one password. So you can see set password and login. I just click this one. Click here to proceed. I just click this one. So here I just click accept. So here there are two options. One is create new app and another one is create a team, right? So I just click create new app. So here I want to provide the app name. So you can see I can't give capital letters and underscore, right? So I just type cloud API and PMS. Here I am going to choose a location. So I keep it as it is, right? So I am going to choose the United States and I just click create app. So you can see after I create the app, that will direct to this page, right? So in this page you can see the deployment method, the defaultly showing the Heroku JIT, right? So this is a better option. And after that you can see deploy using Heroku JIT, right? So in order to use this one, right, deployment method, right, we have to install the Heroku CLI, right? So I just click this one. So this will redirect to that Heroku CLI page, right? So in this page you can able to see there are two steps, right? So one is JIT installation and second one is first time JIT setup, right? So if you click this one, right, into the new tab, you can see this is the JIT setup. If you don't know what is JIT and how to use it, please I will suggest a good video, you can watch that one. This is a easy step, right? So you just can go to the downloads and so click your PC type. So if it's Windows, you can use the Windows, that will start to download. So in my case that's Mac, but I already downloaded, right? So I just close this one. And second one is first time JIT setup, right? So if I open this one in the new tab, right, they will provide all the information how to set up this one, right? So I don't need this one, right? So I just go to the center of the page. So if you are using a Windows, you can click this one and install it, then that will work. For in my case I can use this installation or this one. So in this case I am going to copy this one and open my terminal. Okay, I am pasting here and hit enter. So it's asking my PC password, right? So I just type my PC password. I can see the downloaded sizes. So installation successful. You can see I typed Heroku version, right? So it's showing my Heroku version is this one, because initially I used Heroku --v, but this is not accepted, right? So we have to type, then really we have to type the version, right? So now I'm going to my VS Code. So you guys see after I create this webhook, right, so I haven't run it, right? So in order to run this one, what I have to do is I have to go to the package.json, and here you can see there are one option called script, right? So I just put a comma and here I am typing the start, right? So this is for the starting our project, right? Then the node and our main file name. So in this case our main file name is index.js, right? So you can see index.js. I just type index.js, right? So that's fine. So and make sure I already enabled the auto serve, so I no need to serve again and again, right? So I just type npm start. Okay, so I'm getting one error. So let's expand and see what's the error. So here it's showing, okay, so you can see it's spotting the exact place, right? So I just go to that the exact place of this location. Okay, so you can see this is the spelling mistake, right? So you can see I haven't typed the U, right? So this is required, but I type this one, right? So I just copy this one again and paste it here. Yeah, that's fine. So now I just clear this one and again run this one. So you guys see now I am getting the console log, right? That's saying Webhook is listening. That's coming from here. So now I am going to the browser and open the port number 8000 and let's see what's happening. Okay, so you guys see I am getting the cannot get, right? So I just come back here. So for listening purpose, what I had to do is I just create another request, right, to show some message here, right? So whether it's working or not in the get request, right? So for that case I'm going to create, so this is app, right? So I just call the app here, app.get, then that's the port number, right? So then that function request response, then I implement that function here. So I just copy and paste the same command here, right? So I can take this one, request response, right? 200 is a success code, and then send, right? So in the send I just type hello, this is webhook setup. Okay, I just break the server and I again run this one. Okay, now I'm going to the port number and okay, now I am getting the okay, right? So but here I just type hello, this is webhook setup, right? So what went wrong here? Okay, so I'm getting one error, right? Error HTTP headers send cannot headers after they are sent to the client. Okay, the error is, you guys see, right? So I just send the response set status, right? So initially you guys see this error, so is, I mean, you can read here, right? So cannot set headers after they are sent to the client, right? So just we just use this one, right? So what we used previously, we can use this one. I just put it here, and here you can see status code is success and the send. So in the send I just copy this one and paste it here, and I remove this one, the first line. So I just break the server again, Control C, and clear this one, and again run this one, npm start. So now I am going to restart this one. Okay, so now you guys see our get request is working, right? So another thing I want to tell you guys before ghosting this application into the cloud, right? So don't follow with me because I made some mistake, I mean silly mistake here, right? So after I host this application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair my application according our result, right? So for that case I just break this server and clear this terminal. So I just go to my Heroku and open the deployment method, right? So so I just copy this one, Heroku login, right, and come back here and I just paste it and hit enter. Okay, it's asking, right? So press any key to open up the browser to login, right? I just press any key. I just press H letter. It's asking one pop-up and I just click this one, login. Okay, it's showing you can close this page and return your CLI, right? So I just close this page and go to my CLI. You can see the login is done, right? And the message I am getting, login as pmstutor2021@gmail.com. So this is the email which I used to create the Heroku account, right? So that's fine. Now I am going to my Heroku. So here we have to initialize the JIT, right? So in order to initialize the JIT, right? So we already in the project location, so we don't need anything, right? So we just have to follow this one, JIT init, right? So JIT init, right? So JIT init in the sense initialize our JIT into the current location. So what is our current location? Current location is this one, right? Webhook in nodejs. So this is a folder, right? So I just hit enter, right? So now we initialize our JIT, right? So you can see in the left side, right, some color changes, right? So which means we successfully initialize our JIT into the repository, right? That's all. And I again go to that Heroku, and you can see Heroku, JIT remote, and A, right? So and the cloud API, right? So I mean the project which I created before, right? So I have to do this one. Before that, what I have to do is, you guys see, so when we initializing our JIT, right, we have to make sure one thing, we have to create one file called JIT ignore, right? So JIT ignore mean, right, so we no need this node modules, right? So why we no need this node modules? Because after we push our application to the server, right, so server already have some node modules and they will install from their side. So we no need to push this big file, right? So if you expand this one, this is a huge file, right? So we don't need this one. And after that, I click the new file and I just type JIT ignore, right? So now what I have to do is I just type the exact similar name which is showing in this module, right? So that is not underscore modules, right? That's fine, right? I close this one. Okay, so now I initialize it, right? So again I'm going to my project, right? So I just copy this one. So this is Heroku JIT remote, right? So here I have to set what is our remote path, right? So in this case you can see I paste it here. I am saying Heroku JIT, right? So cloud API PMS is the remote for this project, right? Then after I hit enter. Okay, so you guys see I'm getting one message, set JIT remote, right? So I am setting the JIT remote. I just expand a bit, right? So now, so after I add this one, you can see as usual this is a JIT command, right? So whenever you do any of the changes, you have to follow these two, right? I mean that JIT commit, right? That's all. And after that we have to push to the specific branch, right? So I just add JIT add. So this is mean I added what are the files, I mean I added all the files into the JIT, right? So without the file which I mentioned in the JIT ignore, right? So I just hit enter and now I just copy this one, right, that commit message. This is make it better, this is the first commit, right? So I just put it here and I say it first commit. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I just delete this one. Actually we can make like this, right? So JIT commit message, the message is first commit, right? So now I hit enter. Okay, so after I commit this one, you can see create mode, right? So all the files are included without I mention in the file, like that's called node modules, right? So that's fine. So now JIT push Heroku master. So this is the branch name, right? Before that we have to find out what is our current branch name. Sometimes it might main, sometimes it might master, right? So I just type JIT branch. So branch is a master, then no need to worry about that, right? So sometimes it might show main, right? So I just copy this one and I paste it here, right? So you guys see, using the JIT, I'm going to push the code to the Heroku. The branch name is master, right? I just hit enter. So currently we are deploying our local file into the server. So make sure you are connected your internet, right? We successfully deploy our local file in the server, right? So now I am going to my Heroku and I just restart this one. Okay, so there are no changes here, right? So I just go into the overview, right? So you can see we just now deploy, right? So this is a deployment, right? So that's fine. Open this one into the new tab, right? So I just open link in new tab. Okay, this is taking a long time, right? So I don't know what happening in the server side, right? For that case, what I'm going to do is I just press this more and open this one into the new tab. So this is the logs, right? So logs is very important, right? So from the logs we can see what are the errors, right, we made previously and how we're going to solve this one, right? So you guys see it's take a lot of time, right? So when we just restart this one, right, our logs, and see, you guys see I'm getting kind of error, right? So this is showing kind of error in the port number, right? So what we have done in the project is, right, our local project is, right, so if you go to the index, right, we hardly set a port number, right? So 8000 we hardly set the port number into application, right? So in Heroku defaultly it's assigned port number to our hosted application, right? So I just close this one, right? I delete that one. So now I deleted, right? So if I type git status, I can see what are the files modified, right? So you can see the modified file is index.js, because after I push this one, right, so I deleted the port number, right, 8000. So now I want to add these changes, right? So in order to add this one, I just type git and add. Okay, now I just commit this one, git commit message. So message is I deleted hard port number 8000. Okay, so now I hit enter. Okay, now I want to push this one. So you can use the arrow key to get the previous command, right? So now I am hit enter. So let's see. Okay, so successfully we hosted, and now I am going to here and I just restart our logs. So you guys see I restarted, so it's starting npm start. So okay, so now it's fine, right? So webhook is listening, which means our log message, right? So this one is working, which means our application is successfully started, right? So now I again go to that app, right? So how did I go to that one? I just click this one in the new tab, right? So I just restart this one. Okay, you can see successfully we can able to see, hello, this is webhook setup, right? So we successfully hosted, right? That's all. So you had to understand one thing here, right? So the things inside the environment variable, we haven't set it, right? So we haven't set any of the value here, right? So for that case, what we have to set this one into the cloud side, right? You can see. So I just go to my overview page, and here you can able to see option called settings, right? I just click the settings, and after I click the settings, right, so it's come to that the add permission page, right? So you can see in the config variables, right, that's all config vars, right? So I just click the reveal config vars, right? So here I have to add the exact same name, right, which I used to get the value from here, right? So this is a token, right? I just copy and paste the token. So what is the token here, right? So token, and just see what's the token. So token is this one. So token is the one which I used to, okay, here you can see, which I used to send a message to the user, right? So how can I get this token, right? So I just go to the my, right, so WhatsApp cloud. So this is our project, right? So here you guys see I just refresh this one, right? So after I refresh this one, I copy this token, right? So this is called temporary access token. So if you don't know how to get the permanent access token, so I created a video, you can click that one and watch that one, right? So as of now I'm going to use the temporary access token. So I copied, right? So you can see I copied, and again go to my the settings, right? So I paste it here and I add this one, right? So after that there are another environmental variable as well, right? So that is for the my token, right? So what is my token here, right? So if you go here and see my token is this one, right? This is the one I used to verify the webhook, right? So So I just go to here and I just paste it here, my token. You can give whatever the names here, because here I just mentioned, right, I'm going to give my name or whatever. So for the as of now the example is I just going to see 1 2 3, right, or better is I'm going to give my name, right, Prasath, Prasad, and I add this one, right. Okay, so I added the my token successfully, right. So I go to the dashboard, and here you can see configuration, right. So I just click the configuration. So I just click the edit. So here I want to type the callback URL, right. So the callback URL is the one, right, which I'm going to get it from this path, right. So that case what I'm going to do is this is app path, right. That's fine. This is app path. So I paste it here, and after that, right, so remember this is our port number, right. Just listen, this is a port number, right. In order to go to that specific path, what is a specific path? The specific path is the one which I am going to configure it, right. That's called this one, right. So in order to answer this one, I just copy this one, right. So copy this get request, I mean that path, right. So here I am going to this one and I paste it here, and make sure 1/, right. You can see the verified token, right. So verified token is the one, right, which I used to give it here, right. So that's called Prasad, right. So I'm coming back here and I paste it here and verify and serve. So if I click the verify and serve, what will happen is this, I mean this cloud API send this dashboard, right. So this will send a request to our custom webhook, right, and check whether it's success or not. I mean here it will come here, right. After it come here, this will check the token is correct. Token mean the Prasad, right. Currently I am giving the Prasad, and it will check this subscribe or not. Another thing I have to mention, this is subscribe, right. So this is not a subscribe. Okay, I added here, right. So we will do later, right, because let's see what will happen, what's the error we will get from their side, right. So I just go here and I just verify and serve. Okay, it is taking a lot of time and I am getting, right, so kind of a error, right. So what's the error I am getting, right. So that case what I have to do is I just go here, and now only I figure it out, this is not a subscribe, right. This is come like subscribe, right. So I made a change here. So as usual I just call git add, right, then git commit message. What's the message? Added subscribe correctly, right. So now I hit enter, and again I push this one into the cloud, right. Okay, let's see how it's serving into the cloud. So now I am going to my, okay, so just open my logs and restart this one. Okay, so again I am getting webhook is listening, right. So I just go into here and restart this one, and let's see whether it's working or not. Yeah, it's working. So now again go to that dashboard, and now I click verify and serve. This is not showing any of the errors, right, because this is verified, right. So let's go to the logs and see. Okay, you can see here, I mean this is the request, the get request, right. So this is a path, right. So the second one, this is from the cloud API, right. So you can see the path is webhook, right, the subscribe and challenge, right. So I mean token is Prasad, right. So that's correct. So this is successfully, I mean we successfully verified this one, right. So which means this one is working correctly, right. So now I am opening my mobile device and I go to that getting started, and I'm going to send one message, right. So I just select my number and I just send message. Okay, I just click this one. Okay, so this is a message, right. So now I'm going to that cloud API logs. So you can see now I am getting one message. So how I am getting, because the thing is, right, so I just listening my webhook, right, side using the Heroku. So that's why I'm getting this one message, right. So now I'm going to send the one message that's called hi, right. So according our logic, if I send a hi, right, so that will come here and I'm getting the hi Prasad, this is a message, right? So let's see, I just type hi and press sender, right? So you guys see in the logs I am getting hi, right? So I am getting the hi. The thing is, right, so the thing is what happening actually, I am getting any of the response, right? So why I am not getting any of the response is here, right? So I made a small mistake, right? This is a message just, right? So this is a message just, right? It's not a message, right? So I mean, so how did I figure it out is, right? So before I try this one, right, I put so many logs here. For example, after I getting this log, right, so this is the logs for getting the response, right, like this, right? So this is the logs, right, to get the response, right? After that, what I have done is, right, so here I just put one log message. For example, I just copy this one, right, I paste it here, and here I just type inside body param, right? So I type like this and I copy this one, and here also what I have done is I just paste it here. And I mean, adding so many logs is important because if we made any of the mistake, we can track the logs, right? We can track the issue using the logs, right? That's the logic behind the logs, right? So that's why we need to add, like, if there are any errors happen in the production, we need to identify why it goes, right? And what's the reason for that, right? So here I just can type like what's the actually commit messages, right? So here I just cross this one, and here I type message to messages and added many logs. That's all. I hit enter, right? So I need to push this one, right? I just Heroku git push Heroku master. I just hit enter. Okay, now I am going to see the logs, right? Okay, this is restarting and I am getting the webhook is listening, right? So just send a message now. Hi, see, I am getting the hi, I am Prasad, right? So it's sending the response now, right? So again I am sending hi. See, I am getting the response, right? So now I am going to modify, right? So modify the webhook, right? So which I created. So here you guys see hi, I am Prasad, right? So I put a comma, your message is, right? So what's the message actually? The message is a one, right? This one, right? So message body, right? Okay, right, message body, this is a message, right? And right, okay, what will happen is, right, hi, I am Prasad, your message is, then I am returning the message what is sent by the user, right? So now I made a change, right? So I am going to add this one in the git that git commit message. What's the message actually? Replying with user message. Okay, now I am going to push this one in the cloud. So I pushed the code correctly and I am going to the logs, and you can see I am again getting the webhook is listening, right? So this is seems good, right? So now what I am going to do is I just type hi. See what happened? Hi, I am Prasad, your message is hi, right? So you guys see it's working, right? So some of the people are asking me, right, how to connect with Dialogflow and other things, right? Actually, like you guys see, right? So if you see this one, right, we are getting the message body, right? So how to create the chatbot and how to automate our shops and other things, right? So the thing is, guys, right, so if you want to send this one to the Dialogflow or other API, right, you have to write a logic here, right? So because you guys see, right, we are getting the message body, right? So message body is the one the sent by the user, right? So if you get this one, then you have to send it from here to Dialogflow, right? So that architecture is something like this, right? So from here you have to send the request, then the response you have to send like this, right? So that's all, nothing complicated here, right? So if you want to automate your shop or another things, right, so you can message me in the Twitter, right? So I mentioned the Twitter link in that video description, and you can find in the YouTube page as well, right? So if you have any business idea, and please let me know. So, and another thing guys, so the another important thing guys, so if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe my channel, right? This is the only help I am requesting you from you, right? And thanks a lot, and have a great day. And if you have any doubts, please mention in that comment or message me in the Twitter, so I will reply as soon as possible, right? And that's all guys, and thank you so much.